This is AI News Today, and here's what happened in the world of AI in the past 24 hours. Let's start with some remarkable news from the frontier of AI development. We had an eye-opening conversation with Amjad Masad, the CEO of Replit, and what he shared really highlights how dramatically the landscape is changing for entrepreneurs and creators everywhere. Now, if you haven't heard of Replit, it's an AI-powered app builder that's been making some serious waves. And when I say serious waves, I mean they've gone from $10 million to $100 million in annual recurring revenue in less than 6 months. That's the kind of growth that makes everyone in Silicon Valley sit up and take notice. What's fascinating about Replit's approach is how they're thinking about success. Instead of obsessing over traditional financial metrics, Masad told us they focus on actual outcomes for their users. He said everyone at the company gets fired up when an entrepreneur builds a $1 million business using their platform, or when a company saves millions of dollars. It's a refreshingly human-centered approach in a world often dominated by spreadsheets and KPIs. But here's where it gets really interesting for anyone listening who's ever had a business idea but felt held back by not knowing how to code. Masad's take on whether you should learn to code is nuanced but encouraging. He says if coding is the main barrier preventing you from turning your idea into reality, you probably don't need to spend years in programming classes. Instead, you can just start building, and you'll naturally pick up coding skills along the way. The key insight here is that the best people using these AI tools aren't necessarily the most technical. They're the best communicators. As Masad put it, the people closest to the problems have the best ideas to solve them. What you really need is the ability to write detailed prompts, have clear insight into what you're trying to achieve, and understand the steps needed to get there. Curiosity and grit help tremendously too. He shared this incredible example that really drives the point home. Someone at a skincare company was facing a choice: pay $150,000 for specialized optimization software, or find another solution. Instead, they used Replit to build their own version for just $400. Then here's the kicker. They turned around and sold that custom solution to their boss for $32,000. Talk about return on investment. Masad believes we're heading toward a future where Replit's AI agent will abstract away all the technical complexity, and what's left is just you, your problems, and your creativity. That's a pretty compelling vision of entrepreneurship becoming more accessible to everyone. Shifting gears to some other exciting developments in the AI world today, Google is making some major upgrades to its search platform that could change how we interact with businesses. If you're someone who dreads making phone calls, and let's be honest, that's a lot of us, Google has you covered. They're now offering a service where you can ask Google to call a business on your behalf to ask about availability or pricing. It's like having a personal assistant handle those awkward phone conversations. Google subscribers also get some premium upgrades. They can now access Gemini 2.5 Pro directly in Search's AI mode, which means no more navigating to separate tools for complex reasoning tasks. There's also Deep Search, which is particularly impressive. It conducts hundreds of searches to generate detailed reports on any topic you're researching. Next up, we have some interesting drama in the AI talent wars. 2 former Google researchers just unveiled something called Asimov under their new startup, Reflection AI. What makes this coding agent different is its approach to learning. Instead of just generating code, Asimov actually trains on a company's entire data set, even mundane things like emails and Slack messages, to understand how ideas transform into actual products. This helps it achieve what they're calling state-of-the-art performance in planning and coding tasks. And speaking of talent wars, there's some fascinating corporate chess happening between Anthropic and Anysphere, the company behind the popular coding tool Cursor. 2 weeks ago, Anysphere dealt a major blow to Anthropic by hiring away 2 of their top executives. Well, Anthropic just played what you might call an Uno reverse card. They've hired back Boris Cherny and Cat Wu, who both helped lead Claude Code development. This comes as investors are reportedly considering valuing Anthropic at a whopping $100 billion based on new revenue projections. Another interesting development is coming from Lightricks, the startup behind the popular photo editing app Facetune. They've just unveiled an open-source model called LTXV that can generate 60-second video clips. That might not sound revolutionary until you realize that's up to 8 times longer than what competing models can produce. In the world of AI-generated video, Length matters a lot for creating more engaging content. Amazon Web Services is also making moves in the enterprise space with a new platform that lets companies design and deploy AI agents. These agents can analyze proprietary data, automate repetitive tasks, and handle various business processes. It's another sign that AI is moving from experimental technology to essential business infrastructure. And finally, today, there's some fascinating community-driven innovation happening. A user on X combined two AI models called Flux Pro and Seedance to create some of the most realistic AI-generated video footage many people have ever seen. You can actually try it yourself through a platform called Replit, which shows how these powerful tools are becoming more accessible to creative experimenters. We're also seeing some fun and slightly eerie developments. A user was creating instrumental music on Suno when the platform spontaneously inserted what sounded like an alien language into their track. It's one of those moments that reminds us AI can still surprise us in unexpected ways. All of these developments point to a central theme. AI is rapidly becoming more powerful, more accessible, and more integrated into how we work and create. Whether you're building apps without coding experience, generating longer video content, or having AI make phone calls on your behalf, the barriers to entry keep getting lower while the capabilities keep expanding. That's it for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow, and see you tomorrow for more AI news.